Yo, what's going on? It's Jared.NYCC and I'm back with another video. I'm back with another reaction video. The reaction videos seem to be getting some good love, so I thought might as well keep going. This time, well, if you haven't checked out my last reaction video, which was the reaction video to My Strange Addictions from Meme Lord, please make sure to go check it out. My brother keeps walking in and out of his room. So today I'm back with another video. This time it's 10 facts that will ruin your childhood from top 10. So on the last video I asked for 5 likes and we got that goal. So I'm gonna ask for another 5 likes, please. That was 10. 5 likes. Link to this video will be down in the description. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell. Comment what you guys want to see next. And I am open to all criticism. So thank you. Let's get into it.
We all have happy memories of our childhoods, but what if I told you some of those are based on total lies? Whether it's a book, a film, or a TV show you loved as a kid, or maybe just a general fact about your childhood you've always thought back on. A lot of these are total lies and farces, and there are some very dark secrets behind things which made your childhood what it was. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to look at facts that will ruin your childhood. Strap in, because we're going on a nostalgia trip. But first, subscribe and press the notification bell.
Make sure to do what he just said.
In the 1920s, Walter Disney made Disney. Since then, Disney's gone on to make some of the best kids' movies of all time. They also have kids' theme parks and things every kid loved in their childhood. But most people don't know that Walt Disney had a dark past. It's said that Walt Disney did not like Jewish people very much at all. He was also a founding member of the Motion Picture Alliance. This group allegedly had many privately anti-Semitic members. In 2014, actress Meryl Streep even said that he was an anti-Semite and misogynist. This claim was even backed up by Walt's grandniece, Abigail Disney. Also, some of his movies, for example Song of the South, have been criticized by the NAACP, that is for perpetuating African American stereotypes. It's kind of crazy to look back at someone who made such great childhood films in this light. But what do you think? Does this ruin Disney for you or not?
Not really.
Mr. Moseby. If you're a 90s kid, I'm sure you remember The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And then the later series, The Sweet Life on Deck. Many say that their favorite character in these shows was Mr. Moseby. Marion Moseby, better known as Mr. Moseby, was portrayed by Phil Lewis. But before the show aired, the actor Phil Lewis had a pretty dark past. In December of 1991, he was arrested after striking Isabel Duerte with his car. This caused Isabel of Bethesda, Maryland to pass away. He was charged with manslaughter and driving while intoxicated.
Damn.
His blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. A court sentenced him to 5 years in prison, but he only served 1. Instead, he began working with a prison-based theater group. He performed in jails, schools, and churches to highlight the consequences of alcohol abuse. Of course, he's now moved on and is a successful actor, but I'm pretty sure no kids watching his TV shows realized his dark past. Frankly, I'm surprised his sentence was so lenient, considering that Isabel passed away due to his driving.
For real.
Cowardly Lion. We all remember the movie and story of The Wizard of Oz, and one of the main characters in it is the Cowardly Lion. But did you know that the lion costume in The Wizard of Oz is made of real lion hair? That's right, a lion had to be hunted down and taken out to get this costume. That kind of makes the whole thing pretty creepy. The actor was literally dressed in a deceased lion to play a lion. Recently, the costume was sold for more than $3 million at an auction in New York City. But it attracted a lot of controversy because it is a real lion. The costume, worn by actor Burt Layer, weighed over 100 pounds. Lions are now an endangered species around the world. So does this fact ruin The Wizard of Oz for you or not? Elmo. I'm pretty sure every kid watched Sesame Street growing up. We loved all of the characters, especially the main character, Elmo. But many don't know the man behind Elmo. That is a puppeteer and actor named Kevin Clash. He performed and voiced Elmo from 1985 to 2012. But why did he stop in 2012? Well, in November of 2012, a man named Sheldon Stevens alleged something against Kevin. He said that while he was underage, him and Kevin had an inappropriate relationship. Kevin acknowledged this and said it was between consenting adults. But 2 weeks later, another accuser came forward to talk about Kevin. That is someone named Cecile Singleton. Kevin then resigned from Sesame Street, and 3 claims were brought against him in court. In 2013, these claims were all dismissed by the court. That's because they were way past the statute of limitations. Do you guys believe Kevin or do you believe the accusers?
Hey, Jay.
And does this change the way you see the character of Elmo? I feel bad for Kevin if he did nothing wrong, but if he did do these things, then he gets no sympathy from me.
Me either.
Peter Pan. We all know and love the story of Peter Pan, but when you think about it, a boy who never grows up is kind of a strange premise. Where did it come from? Well, we can look to the character's creator, J.M. Barrie. J.M. Barrie has actually revealed the origin of the Peter Pan character, and it's something that recent makers of Peter Pan movies have tried to cover up. Peter Pan is actually based off of J.M. Barrie's 13-year-old brother. He cracked his skull and passed away while ice skating. And that's why J.M. Barrie wrote about a boy who never grows old. This makes the whole character a lot more creepy. That's right, the reason why Peter Pan can't grow older is because he's not alive. Blue Ranger. As a kid, I'm sure you watched the Power Rangers. But do you know who's behind those helmets and colourful suits? Well, one of those people was David Yost. He played the character of Billy, the Blue Ranger in Power Rangers. Sadly, he left his role, but why? Well, he said it's because he was actually bullied by the crew members and cast. That is because he was gay.
Oh.
Later, this bullying even caused him to go to conversion therapy because he was so sad. He said, "I put myself through conversion therapy because I didn't want to be gay. I really struggled and struggled and struggled with it.
That's sad that you would bully a person
I sort of had to start the
because of that.
process of learning to accept myself, which was very difficult. It took me many years after the fact. So it's pretty sad to learn that these terrible things were going on the set of Power Rangers. It seemed all happy to us as kids, but behind the camera, that's not what was taking place. We never knew these seemingly heroic and powerful characters were bullying and getting bullied on the set."
That's sad.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is one of the greatest children's authors to ever live, but many don't know about his dark side. Researchers now say Dr. Seuss may have been prejudiced against African Americans and Asian Americans. They criticize the drawings of a Chinese man in the story and think I saw it on Mulberry Street. In the book If I Ran a Zoo, a man also says he would put a person of color wearing a turban on display. But if you don't think that's bad, then you should really hear about Dr. Seuss's wife. Dr. Seuss actually cheated on his wife, Helen Palmer, and he did this while she was sick with cancer. As a result of this, Helen took her own life. She did this by taking too many pills. Her final note read, "I'm too old and enmeshed in everything you do and are." She said, "I cannot conceive of life without you. My going will leave quite a rumor. But you can say I was overworked and overwrought. Your reputation with your friends and fans will not be harmed." So even though she took her own life, she still did not want to expose what Dr. Seuss had done. Red
Back to the
Ranger.
Power Rangers.
We've already covered how the Blue Ranger was bullied for being gay on set. But he isn't the only Power Ranger who will ruin your childhood. Ricardo Mendia played the Red Ranger, and in 2015 he was arrested after taking the life of his roommate Joshua Sutter. This was after Ricardo used a Conan the Barbarian medieval sword on him. That's right, he literally took his own roommate's life with a medieval sword. It's said this happened because of an argument over
I
Ricardo's
love that
girlfriend.
one too.
In 2017, Ricardo pled guilty to 1 count of
Power Rangers
voluntary
Samurai?
manslaughter, and later that year he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. This changes the way I'll see Red Ranger forever.
Or is that I don't know. I
Ferris
can't tell.
Bueller. Every kid, and frankly adult, loves the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It stars Matthew Broderick, and he's also been
love
in many
that
other
movie.
great films. But did you
Movie
know
is
about
so
his dark
funny.
past? In 1987, he was driving in Northern Ireland. That was when he crossed into the wrong lane. He then collided head-on with a 28-year-old woman named Anna Gallagher and her mother. Both of them were taken out instantly. Matthew also fractured his leg and ribs in the crash. He was charged with taking a life by dangerous driving. He was facing up to 5 years in prison, but instead got off with a $100 fine. The victim's son and brother called it a travesty of justice.
What?
Lion King. Everyone knows and loves the Lion King movie, and I'm pretty sure as kids our favorite character was Simba. This movie was
I
released
wanna go
in
back to the-
1994, and the average lifespan of a lion is 15 years. This means if Simba from The Lion King was real, he probably would have passed away back in 2009. And now in 2020, he would almost definitely not be alive. It's pretty sad to think that in real terms, our favorite kids movie characters would no longer be alive. But thankfully, they're kept alive
why you gotta
forever
make me
on
think
the
about
silver
that?
screen, even if they do have some pretty dark backstories. Let me know in the comments, have any of these facts ruined any TV show, book, or movie for you? If they did, then I'm sorry for ruining your childhood memories. Personally, I think the thing that makes me the most surprised is what Mr. Moseby did. Of course, the actor Phil Lewis did not mean to do that, so we can't blame him too much. But he still was driving while under the influence. And of course, he has now turned his life around and is beloved. But it's still a pretty dark backstory not many people know about this very popular actor. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Vote in the poll in the top right corner for the fact that ruined your childhood most. If you want...
Okay. So, this video is interesting. But the one that really ruined it was the Ferris Bueller one. Like, I mean, how do you kill somebody and instead of getting 6 years of prison, you get $100 fine? Now, don't get me wrong. I love that movie. That movie is hilarious. It's so fun to watch. But when you commit a crime, you have to do the time. He went from 6 years in prison to $100 fine. Now, don't get me wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't a $100 fine what you pay when you hop the bus and the train? $100 fine. $100 to make up for a car accident. That isn't right. Another one that threw me off was the Power Rangers one. Both of them. Being bullied for being gay. That's disgusting. You shouldn't bully somebody for being gay. The killing your roommate with the sword, that was, not gonna say it's cool, but to think about the sword that he killed him with, that's pretty cool. Not the fact that he killed the roommate. That's not cool at all. And that Lion King one was messed up. Like, it was so weird, but messed up. All right. That was the end of the video. I don't know how to feel about this video. I think a lot of things ruined my childhood. That Ferris Bueller one is really messing with me. They basically just put a price on life, but 1987, different time, different rules. Well, that was the end of that video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, comment what you guys want to see next. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure to turn on that post notification bells. Hope you guys are enjoying the reaction videos. I hope you guys are enjoying the streams that I'm putting up when I'm not recording these videos. Hey, and the gym's just opened back up. And if you remember from before quarantine, I was in the gym. So get ready for me to be back in the gym soon. I'm going tomorrow, which will be today by the time this is uploaded. Alright, so that was the end of this video. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out my Instagram, Jared.nycc. Make sure to add me on Snap, JaredPod24. You already know what it is. Make sure you check out my last video. Link will be down in the description. I'll catch you on the next one.